Hey y'all, welcome to the Struggle of Motherhood podcast, and it's your girl, Mama Shantae. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share all that. Get it on out there for your girl. Well, tonight we're gonna talk about single parenting and dating. Oh my god, I got some stories. You may know I am a single mother of three children, two girls and a son, ages 9, 6, and 4. My baby factory is closed. I don't need no ring for no baby. I don't care how much you big. Baby factory is closed. Okay? I prefer you come with children of your own. We combine them and be like the Black Brady Bunch. Yeah, okay, I'm going off. But anyway, let's get into it. So I've been, scrolling like I do on the socials, TikTokies, the Facebookies, Instagrammies, and all that, just to name a few. And I've been seeing that I am not the only single mama out here having a problem. I mean, a problem. Whew. So I see some posts where we have the single mamas who they prefer you not have no children. They prefer the men that they're dating be single for real. No kids, no attachments, nothing. And I understand that because the dealing with the other parent thing, look, child, like I said, I got some stories, okay? Might have to do some story times or whatever, or not. I'm healing. But anyway, dealing with the other parent, like when you're dating someone, for instance, I was in a relationship. I'm not gonna do no whole story time, but I'm just gonna give y'all a little preview. I was in a relationship. The other person had a couple kids with another person, and that other person was a pain in all parts of my body, all parts. All parts, and no lies are being told. And it was unfortunate because the kids loved me. I loved the kids. My kids loved him. It was all good as far as our connection, but that other party had, I mean, oh goodness, let me tell you, there was no way on God's green earth that we were going to survive that baby mama. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. And that be the problem. So I do understand some of my mamas out there when they say he got to come alone. Okay? Alone. I get it. But then there's mamas like me. I prefer you come with some kids. And they don't have to be kids that are the same age as my kids. I prefer they not be babies because usually when they're babies, there's still something going on. You know what I'm saying? But I do kind of prefer that you have children just because parents understand parents. I'm just saying, don't pew pew the messenger. Y'all don't mind this on my sweater. It is not what you think it is. I am a crafter. This is Mod Podge, okay? It's on almost all of my clothes. I'm sorry, I just had to cut that off because I know. Look, I'm a mama getting ready for bed, but this is my crafting sweater. I wear this when I craft. I probably shouldn't, but anyway, that's off topic. Let's get back into what I was talking about. But like, I prefer you come with kids because like I just feel like we can be like the Black Brady Bunch or whatever, you know. Also, I just feel like parents understand parents. Like I said, if I can't go party or travel or do these certain things without my children, the a person that has children of their own understands that more in my experience than someone who doesn't. Someone who doesn't have kids, they can get up and kind of do whatever they want to. You feel me? Like their only obligations really be like their job. They might have to get some PTO or whatever the case may be, but they ain't got to worry about no kids. They ain't got to worry about paying no babysitters. They ain't got to worry about finding no babysitter. None of that. They can just get up and go. And that's not my situation. And so it's easier when dating or dealing with someone who has kids because they're more understanding. For me, is how I kind of guess. But I have dated and talked to some guys that do not have children, and actually, they have been understanding. They have been understanding. But luckily, they have dated women who have children, so they got it. You know what I'm saying? Which was a big plus for me. But yeah, okay. So I've been seeing all of that going around. And I've just been like, the dating pool out here is just real shallow. You know what I'm saying? It's real shallow. All that whole is plenty of fish in the sea. Why they all in tanks? Huh? Why they all in bowls being taken home already? Huh? Where is the fish that's still looking for the bowl to be taken home? Because I'm just saying, because the DMs be DMing with everybody, man, but a single one. So I'm just saying, for the experience that I've been having in this dating world, being a single mother, I've been attracting the guys that are already in committed relationships. And a part of me feels like it's because they feel like she has three children and the dad's not involved. And that means that I gotta be tied down or locked in with her and these kids, and that's scary, which I understand. I totally understand. But who talking about them kids? I'm you date me for a minute. Can I like you for a second before you worried about my kid? Now I understand some people be like, well, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Of course, you should love the fact that he's worried about, your kids and this and the third. No, no, I'm not saying it like that. But the thing is, like, I'm not one of them. So it's not like I want you to be right away introduced to my kids. Like, I extremely do dislike when guys try to holler and I got my kids with me. I'd be like, first of all, like, I don't want to be talking to you about kids. Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't know. I just don't like it. Gives me the heaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, bruh, like, no, don't do it. Don't talk to me. Like, my bodyguards are here. Don't talk to me. But I'm not trying to introduce you to my kids. See, you are moving your way into my house in my bedroom already. Is how I be figuring that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're taking me out on dates, my kids aren't gonna be there. You know, that's the point. I want you to take me out on dates, and I want to date you. The only way that you will be in a setting with my children is once we have dated and I feel comfortable with you, and then you could be around my children once I feel comfortable with you, and still then it may take some time, right? So when guys get all like creeped out or whatever, I don't know what it is that they feel about a woman who has multiple children or children at all. I don't know, but let me just put this disclaimer out here. I am not looking for a father for my children. Okay? Okay? I would say it, but I ain't sure how the internet gonna do me. But if y'all catching my drift, I ain't looking for no father, no daddy for my children. That ain't what I'm looking for. Ultimately, the person that I decide to be with, of course, I want my children to be comfortable with. I want him to understand that he will be stepping into some type of father role, stepfather, all those type of things. Yes, but I mean, when you slide in my DM or when you see me out on the street or whatever the case may be, I am not like, I wonder if he's going to be a great father to my children in 5 seconds. That's just not what I'm thinking. Like, I just want to have fun, just want to date. I don't even want you to know where I live at. Like, I don't even need you to pick me up. I got my own whip. You know what I'm saying? All those different type of things. So you don't have to be scared. You don't have to proceed with caution. Just putting that out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's getting to the point where I know some sisters who, on their dating profiles, they don't even put they have kids. They don't even put that they have kids. And I'm like, well, I always put, any bio of mine, any social media site, and when I was, because I'm no longer on the dating sites because, child, them women be in the news, and I ain't trying to be in the news. So I'm no longer on them, but when I was, in every bio that I've ever had, I've always, I'm Mama Shantae, Period.
Follow me on
Okay?
TikTok, y'all.
And I just let that be known because I don't want nobody feeling no types of ways when I say I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do. I'm not trying to avoid you or be standoffish. No, I got kids. Hello, I got them. I got kids, and they're my first priority, and they gonna come first. So I make sure that's the first thing you see is that I got kids. Okay, but I know some sisters who they ain't saying it, and I asked a person who I was acquainted with. I asked her. I said, well, "Why don't you let it be known that you have kids?" And she said, "Well, first of all, they're not finna meet my child. You know, like I'm planning on going out on a date with this person, maybe a few days with this person. This person won't be picking me up from my home. My kids will never be with us until I feel comfortable." I said, "Well, I mean, what if you like the guy and you guys like get in a relationship and then he find out you have kids and he like, oh no," and she's like, "Well, that's not what I'm really looking for. Is to like be with anybody." I'm like, "Oh, so you're just playing the field? So you're just playing with these people's heads? That's just what you're just doing?" She's like, "No, that's not what I'm doing. But if I come across somebody who I am starting to feel, we have those conversations." And I asked him, like, "Do you have any kids?" This and the third, and then we start having those conversations. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I get it." She said, "But when you first invite somebody in with that you have kids thing, um, some people it tends to run them off." And I'm just like, I just feel like it's deceptive. So I don't know. I'm not going that route. But I mean, these are some things that these single mamas have been saying. And I have a couple guy friends that are they're single dads, don't really have the same issues. You know what I'm saying? They be like, "Oh, it's lit for me. Once I say I'm a single dad, and the mom's not involved, or me and the mom don't mess with each other, I got custody, this and a third, I gets the chicks." And I'm like, what? It works the total opposite way for men. Go figure. When we as women, because I know I just loves me a father. Ooh, to see a father fathering just, ooh, like, I don't know. It just does something to me. Ooh, warms me up. But, like, it's crazy how for a guy, like women, we see a guy being a dad, he a single dad, da, 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 and it's like that is so sexy to us. But opposite way around, it's like I wonder how many baby daddies she got. Her baby daddy probably could still hit those.
Lies you
You know what
tell.
I'm saying? It's like always super speculation. And I mean, with women, don't get me wrong, we speculate too, like, oh, he probably with his baby mama, this, and the third. But I feel like, I don't know why, but women still take that chance. As I've stated before, I am a mama, so I can only speak from the mama's perspective. And that's just my perspective. Now, I do want to hear other single moms' dating experiences. And I want to hear, is it more difficult for mothers who are single moms, like 100% single moms? When I say that, I mean, without offending, I mean, like, for me, for instance, I'm single in relationships, and also I am the sole parent, provider, everything for my children. So that's what I mean by 100% single parent. And then you have your, I don't know how to say this without offending, but like partially single, 50% single. I don't know how to say this, but you have your single co-parent. That's the new saying. The single co-parent, okay? So then you have your single co-parent, right? Which that means, like, in the dating realm or area, however, I am single. But when it comes to parenting my child, me and the child's father, we do that together. We gang up in there, right? So that is the single co-parent. And I really like that. The single co-parent. I'm not one, but that I love that. The single co-parent, I love that. I'm gonna make a shirt. Y'all bet not steal it because this video, I said I'm gonna make a shirt. Okay? Y'all heard it. It's recorded. It's on the internet forever. It don't go nowhere. I said, Mama Shantae to Shantae Johnson, I'm gonna make a shirt. Single co-parent. My trademark. Don't do it. Okay? But anywho, right? So and then you have, they don't count because they, well, okay, let's also include the separated co-parent, right? So that is the co-parent that was married, they're married, and now they are separated, not yet divorced. They are legally separated, dating, and they are transitioning their parenthood from being a co-parent situation. So they are in the dating realm now. They are in this scene of fiznuckery, right? I want to hear different opinions from all those different people on your experiences in dating, because I feel like being a parent and dating is just, it's like when people say like, how did you have these kids, 3 kids by this man, and y'all went through this and the third, and then y'all not together, like how can you have that many kids by somebody not be? And let me just tell you, just dating and parenting is rough, okay? Dating and parenting is rough. And in the next video, I am going to touch on why relationships tend to change after the baby. Because that's a real big thing. It rolls over to why dating and parenting is so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like being a single parent and getting back out there is so hard. But in hindsight, like when I was in a relationship with my child's father, my children's father, I it was hard. It was hard. Like before we had kids, it was hard. But we were kids ourselves, to be honest. And I mean, you do what you do, I do what I do, we do what we do. It is what it is. But like I said, in the next video, I'll get deeper into it. But when the baby come, it's like, bro, ain't nobody got time for that. Real simple. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I think that that rolls over to when you get into a situation where now you're a single parent and you're dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if it's nothing serious, you're just out here dating. You know, that same pressure or that same feeling you felt when after you had your baby and you were dating or you were in the situation, whatever, with your child's father. I think it just really rolls over. It's just like, don't nobody got time for that. Like, I don't even know how else to describe it. Yo, your tolerance for fiznuckery is so low, and it's just goes without saying that in dealing with anyone else outside of yourself, even dealing with yourself at times, it's gonna be some fiznuckery. You know what I'm saying? Like, I argue with myself all the time. Laugh all you want to, but I'm pretty sure y'all do too. Me and myself be arguing all the time on what I should do, what I shouldn't do, what I should say, what I shouldn't say, what I should cook, what I shouldn't cook. So just imagine a person outside of myself. I mean, we're going to have a difference of opinion, right? So we're going to probably have healthy debates, maybe some unhealthy debates, or we may sweep everything under the rug and have no debates, which is very unhealthy. But it's all the same in saying that, like, who got time for that? After you done had some kids or a kid, period. Who got time for that? And you know, people would say, well, I don't have any kids and I don't have time. Let me tell you, you got more time for it without kids than you do with kids. And that's just period. I'm not even going to argue that fact. It's just period. That's not what this conversation is about. The thing is that mother, being a parent in general, mother, father, it doesn't matter. Being a parent in general is a very hard job. It's a very hard job. And a lot of people don't understand it until they become a parent. They have everything to say about you saying that being a parent is a hard job until they become a parent themselves. And what I've learned is that being that parenting is a hard job, right? Because you're growing with this person that you are also responsible for, right? You're growing at the same time. To then have to try to maintain a relationship and stability and peace and all of that in a relationship is a lot. It is a lot. Like, I'm already responsible for growing this human, and teaching them the ways of life and hoping that they become a responsible, good-hearted person in the world and make changes and things like that. And and we arguing over, the toothpaste being on the counter or something. Like, I don't know. So it's just like, I'm not saying that all relationships are horrible. And so it's just like dating while being with someone while being a parent is just out of the question, because that's like not realistic. But what I am saying is that once kids come into the mix, um, it does put a difference. I won't even say a strain. It puts a difference on the relationship, if it's one existing, and relationships in the future. Because you are now basing all of your decisions and your moves off of your children's well being. And sometimes, let's be honest, you be like, bruh, you know, I love my children. I love them. But I can't move without thinking about them first. So that's why I feel that dating and parenting is extremely hard. I'm down for the ride, but it's extremely hard. And I feel like that we should give ourselves grace as parents, um, who are trying to get back out there in the dating world. We should give ourselves grace because, I mean, come on now, like, you're legit raising another human while trying to heal your past traumas, grow yourself, and maintain and just be sane, for goodness sake, right? Which is seems so impossible. So just give yourself grace and know, like, it's hard. It's gonna get better. Your one is out there, and it's not your baby father. And until next time, y'all, this was the Struggle of Motherhood podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. And until next time,